Splitting the screen. In the middle of our Workbook Views tab and Zoom tab, you'll find Show tab. When I go to the Show button, first thing you'll notice is grid lines. Right now, I have lines going down each of the columns. You do not see those lines on the areas that are shaded. If I want to turn them off altogether, I remove the check mark from grid lines. See how all those lines are now gone? This can just actually help with the readability of your screen. Now I can also turn off the formula bar and my headings for the column letters. Once again, show first the formula bar. Notice how it just closes up the spreadsheet itself. This is beneficial if you have someone that may by mistake overwrite a formula, or if you have somebody that does not understand formulas that may cause some harm to your spreadsheet. Go back to the Show button again and turn the formula bar back on again. The next one that you'll see is headings. Remove the headings and see how I lose the A, B, C, D and so on. Again back to Show, turn them back on again. Notice in the View menu, there is a Freeze Panes feature in 2010. As I move down my spreadsheet, notice that my column heading has actually changed to what I typed in for the column name. When I go back up on top again, it's only that very first line that keeps that A, B, C and D. This is presented as a brand new feature in 2010 and it's completely wonderful. See how easy it makes it for always recalling what column that we're in? Now in the prior versions, this feature did not exist. What we did was freeze the panes. To freeze the panes, we'll go to the feature under the View ribbon. Click on the pull down and you'll see that it asks you to view the rows and columns, just the top row or just the first column. Let's freeze the top row. When I do and I move up and down the screen, see how my actual column label remains. But so also does the column heading. Now if you'd like to see both the heading and the label, you'll want to freeze the pane in 2010 as well. This now lets me to go up and down through all the data within the screen itself. If I go back to freeze pane, see how it changed to unfreeze the panes and I'm back to maneuvering as normal. I can also go into freeze pane and freeze the first column. Once again, I'll just click on first column and now as I move my spreadsheet to the side, that first column remained locked. In all of our versions, I suggest that you click on the cell where you want the pane to be frozen. If you'd like 2 to be frozen, simply highlight 2 cells. When I want to remove it, remember freeze pane and unfreeze those panes itself. Now similar feature to freezing the pane is called split the screen. This, in essence, will in fact divide my spreadsheet into 2 separate spreadsheets. Very convenient when you have an extremely large spreadsheet and you want to see a column that maybe, for example, is in AA. I'm going to go down to the bottom of my screen and you'll see just a little rectangle there. When I put my cursor over it, I get a double arrow. Now if I move up my scroll bar, you'll see on the very top I have the same rectangle. These signify the split screen. When I go to that actual rectangle and I hold and I drag, you'll notice I see a line. See how this splits the screen in 2? 1 through 15 will now stay the same. But if I maneuver below by moving my mouse, see how just those numbers are moving on the side of the screen itself? This lets me to split my screen in 2. Now I'm going to go back up to the top of the screen. I can do the same thing on the side. I'll go to the button, click, hold, drag, and I've split it on the side. Once again, I'll remain locked on column A, B, C, and D, but when I go to E and beyond, it lets me to see just what I want to of the columns. When I want to get rid of this, I'll just grab my bar, move it off to the screen itself. So again, we have 2 tools on the side. One is on the bottom, one is on the top. They're both split screen. Split screen in combination with your freeze pane is a great way to look around your actual spreadsheet itself. We will continue our discussion and talk about arranging the screens on the table itself. This will be with positioning many worksheets or workbooks on one screen.